Hello and welcome to the All 12 Signs video series for Venus going retrograde in the sign of Aries and Pisces. My name's Chloe. I work with card divination, astrology. Oh, didn't turn the stars on. And as you just heard, and as you can see, I channel multi-dimensional energies through my body, both in the form of physical and vocal light language. All of this will be happening throughout the readings to bring in healing, attunement, and activation codes. I am going to be reading for Libra and Virgo, the signs that are opposite Aries and Pisces in this video. Now I read for the rising signs, so for those of you who do not have those signs in the first house, look to the house that it does fall in. Look to the theme in your natal chart, look to the themes of that house, and you want to apply those themes along with all the other meaning you've got going on in either of those signs to the messages that come through, because it will be as if that sign, whether it's Libra or Virgo, has now energetically moved to the first house. So in the rising signs, when I'm talking about the astrology for them, it will always still link in. You've just got to add on your own natal chart meaning on top of it. There are two collective readings for this transit. The first one is linked into the Aries energy. I also talk about Venus retrograding, retrogrades themselves in that video. Part 2 is the Pisces side of it. And it was very different energy, obviously, in each of those readings. So if you want a deeper understanding about this whole big transit, pause this video, go watch that 2-part series, because it will bring more depth of resonance of what's the most integrated and expansive intention of this Venus retrograde. Pulled collective tarot in those as well, and come back and watch this after those. All the dates and all the degrees I'm going to talk about, and all the astrological stuff that's going on at the sort of pivot points of the cycle are all in the description box. So that's all written out for you. You can write it in your diary. You can see what shows up around that time. Right, let's crack on, and I'm going to read for Libra. Libra rising. How you doing, Libra? This is your reading for the Venus retrograde in the signs of Aries and Pisces. And obviously you are ruled by Venus, so this is always going to have more of an influence on you, my loves. In this very quick reading, we're just going to get one card for the Aries part from this deck, this tarot deck. We're going to get another card for the Pisces side of it from this one, and 2 oracle cards, keeping these very quick. So my weeks are very, very busy at the moment. So we're just going to be pulling one card for the overall intention, the most expansive and integrated intention of what this retrograde is representing, both in the Aries and the Pisces energy, that then you can apply to almost any situation that's going on, of going, okay, well, what is Venus trying to teach me? What's coming through from Venus? So I'm going to focus on the houses that this is showing up for you, my loves. And Libra rising in Aries, this is the house, the 7th house, the house of the other. It's opposite your sign. So with oppositions, we can feel like things are really far away and really distant, right? This sense of, you're either side of the zodiac, but you are 2 sides of the same coin, and it's about working together and, realizing that you work in different ways, but there is a kinship there. So often with oppositions, they bring up the separation in order for us to bring in a deeper level of union. The 7th house, as I said, is the house of the other. This is one-on-one important relationships. Okay. And so this can be business partners, one-on-one clients, your therapist, your friends, really important friends in your life, as well as long-term committed romantic relationships and your relationship with Source. Because the 7th house is about contracts, right? Where 2 people or 2 energies come together and they're really integral with each other. They do what they say they're going to do. And that's how we establish kind of longer term, more important relationships. But obviously that doesn't always work out. Venus retrograding in the 7th, a revisiting, a revising, a renewing, a deepening of how you love with the other, how the other loves you. And so I talk about this in way more detail in the 2-part collective reading, but overall there's a real sense of a reorientation around how you understand yourself in regards to the other, in terms of whether there's a dynamic in your life and you're not receiving the love that you want, right? That helps you get deeper into you and work out, okay, well, what is really truly important? What relationships, what do I really want moving forwards? And it really helps you reflect and also really establish a deeper level of not being dominated in your own personal energy if you're not getting the love back, right? Not having that shrink you and diminish you. And a real sort of a recalibration around the importance of love, creativity, harmony when it comes to those one-on-one relationships. This is also, it's a very empowering transit. So your relationship with Source as well, of like a harmony with Source, if there's been a disconnect there, right? Venus retrograding, retrogrades for me are very yin. It goes deeper, you go deeper into yourself, a deeper awareness of what love really means, and really allow yourself to open up and let the guard down. In terms of receiving love from Source. Let's look at your tarot card. So this is the overall intention of Venus in Aries, and we have major arcana. We got Capricorn energy. Okay, so two-pronged messages. One, a releasing of distorted love languages. Addictive relationships, right? The ones that don't sustain us for the long term. Old habits, old limiting beliefs that aren't real, right? Even though they feel very real. A releasing of them. Now, the devil energy, before the horned god, before it was co-opted by the Christians, was a very powerful yang, masculine fertility, manifestation energy. It's a very powerful symbol. And so it's Capricorn as well, and this is building for the long term, manifesting from the long term, in the way that Capricorn for you is in your 4th house of your home, of your roots and your foundations. So bringing in a frequency, whether it's relationships, whether it's clients, say you work from home, of things that serve your foundations and not the superficial stuff. Very powerful card for both the sort of the unintegrated and the integrated side of it. Right, let's get into Pisces. Right, that is in your 6th house of the adult in the room. Work, how you work, physical health, routines, co-workers, and therefore collaboration, pets, and therefore acts of service. If we do not understand how we work, how are we gonna communicate that to other people and have healthier adult relationships, mature relationships? So you've got this shift from you've got this shift from, by the way, I just want to quickly show what's at the bottom of the deck for the Aries one. King of Pentacles. Manifestation big time in the 3D world that brings about abundance, like a really grounded energy coming in here, right? Of not being distorted, as I said, by those old paradigms. Cut the deck a couple of times, got the Queen of Wands and the Hangman in reverse. You embodying this great fire within you, with a higher perspective of how you're showing up, what you expect from other relationships, and the significance of that. Pisces, right? Adult in the room. If we want healthy relationships, if we want to be able to step up to the plate and do what we need to do and be really clear about that with other people, 6th house energy, right? I love the 6th house. It's so powerful. And so we've got a real sense of recalibration around being the adult in the room. As I said, so many distorted love languages, addictive tendencies can show up with the other that we learn from our early years. And with the devil and the King of Pentacles, that's really sovereign energy coming through, and that 6th house Venus is sort of reorientating you back to being the adult in the room. Also love Venus in the 6th in terms of creative ideas for the way that you work. So this could tie it in with sort of clients, working one-on-one with people, people really recalibrating and activating a higher capacity to love and find creativity and joy in these kind of dynamics. Right, let's look at your card. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Love this energy. So this is going to be you. This is you getting back to the truth of how you want to be, right? How you are the adult in the room. Really, with all this strength of the wisdom of the ancestors, right? A very earth energy, all this wisdom coming through, you know, rather than the distorted love languages of things not working out, of not being able to step up to the plate to yourself. There's a real refinement and a clarity of your energy with all the support, right, of the wisdom keepers that surround you. Love that in terms of the Queen of Pentacles is very able to nourish and bring depth to the earthly realms, to how you manifest, how you feel safe and secure and abundant in your environment, in your relationships, in the way that you work. But it's coming from a very clear frequency. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Sun, your clarity, your vision, your freedom, right? Letting go of those distorted love languages in the way that, you know, that's not just in romantic relationships, that's in any relationship that we have, whether it's at work, with friends, with source. There's a real power here. You've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. You've got the Devil and the Sun. So 2 major arcana and then the 2 court cards from the earth signs. Real sense of liberation away from the distortions into your sense of you're heading into new territory with that Sun. You've got everything that you need and you're aware of that now, right? So often with one-on-one relationships, we can prioritize the other because we feel lacking within ourselves, and I am not feeling that energy showing up here. And in terms of working with source as well, of being able to bring that light, that vision, that clarity, that animation, the divine light codes into the way that you work, right? And really being confident walking your path. Right, we're getting the oracle cards. And as I said, Libra, Venus always has a bigger impact on you because she rules Libra. And so this is doubly influencing how you see yourself, how you embody yourself. But there's so much strength coming from this energy. Right, right, let's get one from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun as well. A little quick message. We've got Mercury in Leo, drama in reverse. It's a 5. So a releasing of the drama that's very in alignment with this devil card. Let me show you this card. This in the upright, right? Of getting away from the fray, the drama of certain relationships. As I said, that could be co-workers as well. Say you're in an environment and you just got some co-workers who are constantly complaining or not doing any work, and instead of letting that like hold on to you, right, and drag you the way that you operate and the way that you work, right, that influence from the 7th into the way that you work, the energy off of this reading is just so solid in your own frequency. And then we have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So just off the bat, that's the, you know, really getting divine inspiration from Venus in the way that you work and in how you put that into practice, and bringing that love back into the work, as well as the sort of finding new ways of manifesting through the way that you work. As I said, that could be with clients, how you interact with the other, and bringing the inspiration from source and love with Venus into all of that experience. Paul the Venetian is said to be the ascended form of Paolo Veronese, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. The Venetian refers to the fact that he was connected to Venice, Italy. It is believed that on his passing in 1588, he had the opportunity to help humanity by sharing his lifelong wisdom. He is the keeper of the light who helps us accept our talents and hone our skills so that we can share the beauty of our soul with the world. He brings waves of good energy, grace, and encouragement, and works with all artists, musicians, designers, and anyone else who needs support in channeling their talents. That's a real focus on you being able to step up to your own power and in being the adult in the room. And that has a knock-on effect with you're not hiding your quality of your life force in your relationships, in those one-on-one relationships. Whatever creative ideas you're having at this time, they are inspired by the divine. Paul the Venetian is here to help you channel your gifts. You may have felt blocked or held back, and also that deeper connection with source to activate that source energy within you. You may have felt blocked or held back in the past. Hello, the devil. But now it's time to recognize how talented you really are. Follow your bliss and share your grace. Your creativity is a gift to the world, and as you share it with all those around you, you make space in your heart for goodness to enter. Recognize your gifts today and express your creative self in a way that suits you. And obviously that does also apply to relationships, right? So often we can diminish our light, we can hide who we truly are. And this is really saying, no, let it all out. Let your frequency out. Let your vibrancy out, Libra. Right, I'm going to leave it there, because remember, all of this energy is then feeding back into your Libra energy of how you embody yourself, how you see yourself. And there's more magic coming in. There's more capacity to be playful and be curious, and that, you know, the grace and favor of Venus. She's very creative. She wants us to feel good in the 3D world. And the King of Pentacles holds the golden scepter, and the only other card in tarot that does that is the Empress, which is Venus. So my loves, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want a deeper dive into this Venus transit, my website is everywhere. If you want to pay by PayPal, email me directly. Be good to yourselves, Libra. Be good to those around you. Safe travels and be well until we meet again. Okay, I just felt called to like look at the bottom of the deck for this one. And we got Commander Ashtar, call to action, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. And again, it's that power that I'm feeling come in, that this other isn't going to sort of like diminish you in a negative way anymore. Bye, Libra. Virgo rising. How you doing, Virgo? This is your reading for the Venus retrograde in the signs of Aries and Pisces. I've done a two-part series, as I said in the introduction, breaking down the Aries side, the Venus energy, the retrogrades. I explain all of that in the two-part series. And then the second part is for Pisces, which is opposite your sign, Virgo. Right. I'm going to be focusing on the houses for the rising sign. As I talked in the introduction, you just apply the meaning of your Virgo energy to this reading, right? Where whatever house it's in, because it'll always link in. So the Aries, and we're going to get one tarot card from two different decks, one for the Aries, one for the Pisces, and then two oracle cards. We're keeping this very short and simple. So this is going to be the most integrated and expansive intention for the transit in each sign. So you can then apply that energy to any situation that comes up of going, oh, that's where it's trying to take me. What wisdom am I learning? What to focus on? What energy to channel? So my lovely Virgos, where do you have Aries? You have it over in the 8th house. The 8th house is the outside world's resources and your interaction with them, right? This can be mortgages, loans, taxes, debt that you owe, debt that's owed to you, bonuses and commissions, inheritance, both 3D and cosmic. So it is dealing with the resources of the outside world as well as non-regular resources, right? So one-off chunks of resources coming in. It's also relationship dynamics, right? The exchange between you and anything other than yourself, time, money, energy, intimacy, ideas, right? So it's your relationship with source, it's your relationship with the outside world, it's your relationship with anything. It's a very psychic house because it's the resources of source and your relationship dynamic with source, but we can get scarcely complexes, codependency here, hyper greed, hyper independence, all of those extremes where we can be out of balance, possession, obsession, all of that kind of thing, commitment fear. So Venus moving through the 8th is recalibrating your relationship dynamics, how you love, how you connect, how you bring harmony, how you get creative, right? So you're going to get a lot of support coming in from source with Venus. A lot of support coming in from source about letting go of old love languages, old ways of viewing your creativity, old expecting certain dynamics to show up in certain ways, of not feeling the abundance, the love, the feeling good, right? The Venusian energy. So that she's going to be peeling that away, as well as bringing a deeper resonance of how you love and how you show up and how you're creative. To help you work through any if you've got scarcity complexes, she's really going to tidy that up. Right, let's look at what card you've got. You've got the King of Swords. I love this because this is in reference to bringing in a clarity of a higher perspective, right? Of how you view the outside world and its interaction with you and yourself in regards to it. The King of Swords, look, there are butterflies behind on the throne. And this represents that the King of Swords has gone through the transformation. It now understands, it can perceive from a higher level. And it's able to act on that clarity rather than all the distortions, rather than all the fear mindset, right? The scarcity complexes. This King of Swords feels like it's coming out the other side going, I perceive at this higher level, I'm no longer being influenced by the outside world, by relationships. So say that there are still difficulties. One side of this transit will be you being in your power and it not bothering you anymore, as well as having a clarity of awareness of what to connect to, what to be drawn to. This is also source of bringing you in such high vibrational ideas that you're then instinctively, because it's Aries, going to be able to act on. But overall, the core message is you being in your power, you being in your strength, right? Of the way that you're perceiving things. And not getting your emotional body isn't getting dysregulated. There's also a maturity of relationship dynamics coming in that are going to serve your higher, growthier energy. We've got at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 7 of Swords, and this is calling you to get out of conflict, right? That's the main sort of energy that I have with the 7 of Swords, because the figure is stealing away the 5 of Swords. Get out of conflict, get out of victim and bully mentalities. Open yourself up to a new perspective of how you're engaging with the outside world and how the world is engaging with you, letting go of old past energy. Right, we're going to move on to Pisces, which is in your 7th house, and this is one-on-one relationships. Important relationships in your life, whether it's business partner or client, one-on-one clients. Sorry, I was getting a bit distracted. Too many cards came out and I was figuring out whether the bottom card still wanted to be there. So clients, therapist, intimate friends, long-term committed romantic relationships, as well as your relationship with source. So Venus is recalibrating the dynamics of relationships and then moving into what it is that you need, what is it that you want from the other, what the other wants from you, how the other shows up, how you understand yourself in regards to the other. So it's a very powerful Venusian transit, right? Because she does deal with engaging with the other, right? Relationships doesn't just have to be love in a romantic sense. It's in all senses. And I really like the clarity that's come through in that Aries energy that's going to help influence Pisces, right? And really allow you to step into a higher understanding of love with the other, where you're not getting dysregulated, even if it doesn't show up. But I'm not saying that's a main thing, but I often find when we go through these big shifts, when we recalibrate, it helps us both deal with that which is not matching, as well as draw towards us things that do match us and match our frequency. So again, very creative ideas, inspiration coming in from source, and you being able to embody that when she moves into the 7th house, because I often find Transits in the 7th. Itu fala di shele moyala di shenimo otoela di anima. Du fala di animo toela. So they wanted 2 cards for you, my loves. What was I saying? Yeah, really creative inspiration, resources, and then you embodying it. As I said, when I find there's transits in the 7th, this is you being very much in alignment with source. So let's see what cards we've got for you for the Pisces energy. We've got the 6 of Wands, which was one of the cards that came out with too many cards. And then we have the Death card. Right, so this is a real sense of a big release, a huge recalibration around the other with you, of letting go. And you see that this I believe this card came up for Pisces, interestingly enough, that Venus is the brightest star in the night when she's up there. So through going into the void and releasing so much stuff around the other, you're coming out with all this divine inspiration, this divine light, this clarity of the Venusian energy. But we're working through the 9 of Wands first, right? And so this feels like an initiation. I'm really leaning more into the pictures with these ones of your inner child being given a key by your higher self to let go of the wounds, let go of the defensiveness, let go of being on guard, right? And this feels like the initiation that's leading to this clarity, right? This sense of rebirth, as it were. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the 10 of Swords, which I believe showed up for you in the Pisces new moon, of all the wisdom and now being able to see the light, right? Come out of the void of the Death card and find the rainbow, right? And be able to walk towards it. Ooh, we are Mercury in Pisces, inspiration. You know, I was saying that quite a lot during the reading, like with these 2 signs that and houses that you're working with this Venus retrograde, lots of creative ideas, lots of inspiration, working with source, working with the multidimensional sphere. And this can show up via, you know, actual 3D people as well, collaborating, working together on a big creative project is a great thing with the 8th and the 7th. That's 2 cards. We'd like 1, please. Oh, that's so appropriate. Mercury is in Aries right now. It will retrograde back into Pisces. Woo! Okay, you got the Shekinah. Sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. It's making me think of Aquarius for you as in your 6th house of work. So applying your sacred energy, applying that co-creation with source into the way that you work, into the way that you move through the world. The Shekinah is the twin flame of the Holy Spirit. It's the female aspect of the God particle. Oh, I've just got a sneeze coming. The anima, or creation energy. She is more of an essence than a being, but has the ability to show herself in ways that we will understand. She is acknowledged in the sacred teachings of Judaism and also called the Sophia of Christ in the Gnostic Gospels. She is a powerful female voice of spirit who is here to bring about equality and to help the world move on from male-only image of God. She reminds us that God is all loving and all accepting. Whenever she appears in a reading, she points out the change makers, the love creators, and the gift sharers of the world who are here to unite all hearts around the world. Don't feel the need to hold back or dampen your spirit. This is a time to celebrate. There is a feeling of dance and joy around you at this time as you fully recognize your splendor. I feel like you're getting love bombed by Source. They really like that one. My root chakra is wiggling as I say that. You are a sacred being who defies gravity every day just by being alive and brings a sense of balance and equality to the world. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful in regards to this energy. Like the 7th and the 8th can really entangle us away from our true frequency, our true divine love. And so you're really getting a big boost here of clarity that's allowing you to let go of any of that distorted entanglement and activate your sacred self, my loves. Whoo! Well, Virgo, if you want to go further into this and have a bit more of an extended reading, you can book a reading through my website, which is everywhere, or if you want to pay by PayPal, email me directly. Oh, what's at the bottom? Odin, which is what I very much link into this card. Isha, psychic insight, your third eye is open, see truth for what it is, follow your intuition. That combines both of this. Very spiritual energy, very big realignment that's allowing you to see clearly. And for your true intuition to come out through that transition and be very bright lights, your intuition being very on point. We've also got companionship at the bottom of the deck, Moon in Libra. So whether that's companionship with Source, an elevation of the relationships in your life, or bringing towards you higher love energy as this transit unfolds. That could be anything. Libra is your second house of your skills and your tools, right? How you manifest and make regular income. So this may be linked into co-creating with somebody else in order to bring in more regular income, or you just getting lots of downloads from Source in regards to your skills and tools of how you manifest, which then, you know, opens you up for more possibilities. Right, my loves. Oh, be good to yourselves, be good to those around you, safe travels, and be well until we meet again.